This is Matthew chapter 14, verse 17 through 19. They said to him, "We have nothing here but 5 loaves and 2 fish," he said. "Bring them here to me." Then he ordered the crowds to recline on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and blessed and broke the loaves and handed the pieces to the disciples. And the disciples gave them to the people. Give what you have. One of the biggest mistakes we can make in life is to focus on what we don't have or have lost and fail to take an inventory of what we do have. When Jesus desired to feed 5,000 men plus women and children, the disciples said all they had was a little boy's lunch, which consisted of 5 small loaves of bread and 2 fish. They assured him it was not enough for a crowd the size they had. However, Jesus took the lunch and multiplied it. He fed thousands of men, women, and children, and had 12 baskets of leftovers. If we will give God what we have, he will use it and give us back more than what we had to begin with. The Bible says that God created all things by his. They were and were created. So I have decided that if he can do that, surely he can do something with my little bit. No matter how unimpressed it is, what do you have to give God? It is enough. For a lot of you, you struggled for a very long time. Um, you struggled for a very long time. There's a lot of wisdom that you guys seeked. You seeked a lot of wisdom about your situation. Um, and it's been this energy now where you guys have reached like a plateau of stability, and you've decided that in this season, with all the struggling and stuff that you did, you realized there was a lot of vindictive people, like energy vampires, and now you guys are at a place where um when people have their hand out, you're no longer trying to offer up anything to others. You're just trying to do for yourself right now. Um, there's a lot of empowerment that people see in you, that you capture, that you might not even see in yourself. Um, and things might not have went according to plan, which is why um, it's been hard for you guys to really see how much that you've accomplished. You've accomplished a lot more than what you think. People looking on the outside, um, they are really like, they really see how grand, how big that you are, and how much that you've done. Even if you haven't quite seen that. And that, I can sense that maybe there's been some negative thoughts, when it comes to you and where you are right now, because you feel like um, you're not exactly seeing what the certain things that you expected. And that goes back to the message earlier. Work with what you got and just continue to keep on pushing, because the universe, your higher power, God is watching, and everything is going to be um, delivered to you. You're going to reap rewards. It might not be in the way that you expected, but you definitely will. Um, so I also see, but I also see that you guys are, uh, you're very, very smart. Because even though you're not given to people that you, like I said earlier, like the energy vampires, the vindictive people, um, you're not willing to to take from them either. But you're working smarter, and right now you're willing to so you can actually have something to present with this foundation that you're building, so you can be able to share it and to multiply. You're gonna get there. Um, you really have to enjoy the journey. That's what I'm hearing. Because whether you see, like, you are really stepping on it right now. You know, like, people, they be like, "Oh, you stepping on," like, you really stepping on it right now. Like, you're really stepping on it. So, you just have to keep on moving, and not focus too much on what didn't work out, but focus on what is working out. So that is what I have for you today. Specifically that. So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards for you guys. Let's get some oracle cards. This is Beyond Lemuria. It's one of my favorite decks. Let's get one good one for you guys. We got two. I said one really good one, but we got two. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have alignment and we have balance forces. That's really dope how they both just came out. So, and see it right here. So pretty. Focus on that one. Alignment. So you guys are starting to accept, you guys are also starting to accept certain things about yourself that maybe you once looked at, and you you're no longer denying your power. There was a side to you that you may have looked down on, and you may just could not accept. But now you guys are in a place of alignment where you're accepting that other side of yourself, that you doubted before. And you used to hate how other people used to speak on some of those characteristics that other side of yourself carried, um, because you were also doing it to yourself. But now you guys are in alignment where you can actually really, like, just hug yourself and just love on yourself and be like, you know what, like, I really love this about me. And even though I doubted it for so long and I couldn't accept it, I'm now I'm now going to accept this phase, and I'm just going to love myself and just carry myself with it day by day. Um and that is a really big accomplishment because most people don't get to that point. That's though the like and the people that don't get to that point, that's when you see them just kind of like just stuck in a stagnant motion where there's no growth. And there's no growth because they haven't come into that alignment yet. um so you guys have finally come into that alignment. You're finally accepting things about yourself that was probably hard for you to accept at one point. um and then we also have balanced forces. You see that? So you guys are at the end of a chapter where you're accepting that you're smarter than what you thought. Like, you're accepting that you're more brilliant than you ever believed. You're accepting that you're more brilliant, you know, that and more talented than you thought that you was. You're no longer denying it. You're no longer doubting it. All the struggling and the hard work, um, that you did, that you felt like you weren't able, you're not seeing it. You know what I mean? You're not seeing you don't even see the point in doing it no more. You finally accepted that, hey, this is what I have. I'm going to work with what I have. I'm going to be grateful for what I have. And I'm just gonna keep on. I'm just gonna keep on rocking it. I'm gonna keep on rowing the boat. Cause even though I don't see, I don't see the mainland. I know that I'm gonna get to the mainland. So I mean that was an example, but that's based. So you guys are definitely at the end of a. You guys are at the end where you have completed a cycle. You have completed a cycle, and now you're gonna allow yourself to give um, to yourself and to others that you feel like deserve it. You're going to multiply. You're going to multiply all your achievements, and you're going to get to a place where you can really inspire other people, and you won't feel overshadowed. You won't feel none of that anymore. So hug yourself, guys. Hug yourself and love on yourself. Okay. So now I'm gonna read from Balance Forces. Okay, yin and yang, productive flow, masculine and feminine energy, the balance of duality, patriarchal paradigm, being rebalanced, equality, balance, and perspective. Okay, this card invites you to look at the masculine and feminine energy from a more balanced perspective. Is the situation at hand the more masculine side of the spectrum? Can it be tempered with the feminine energy? Okay. So I just read that for you guys. So that goes back to accepting that other side of yourself, and then it goes balance forces, balancing out the energies. Thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connection, meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming the unfathomable, finding happiness within, going beyond intellectual limitation. All right? Take a step outside your mind based concerns or limitation. Look at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. And that goes back to the message in the beginning, okay? To accept this is what I have, this is where I am, but you have more than you even realize. You just have to take a sit down and you have to look around you, okay? So that's what I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed the message. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? Subscribe, share the video with a friend that you think that might really receive these messages.